Well, I never thought this would happen to me, but it has, and I love it all. I love the whole crowd, the men, the women, the kids. I love everything, and I love the place that I'm living in. I love the people there. I love the owners, the people that are supposed to be there sick and like that. I love them all. This is my 7th year here. I must like it, mustn't I?
We must be doing something right.
Did I do something right?
You did lots of right things.
What's your father?
Where's my father?
Yeah.
My father's over there.
Hi, Dad.
On August 27, 1984, Julia Butterworth celebrated her 100th birthday. After attending her birthday party, we decided to talk to her again about her life and her memories. Let's eavesdrop on her and some of her friends for the next half hour and get to know a very special person.
The best thing in my life was dancing.
That was the nicest thing I ever
She
done.
loved that better than anything. And you know,
Julia,
that's
what?
What do you attribute your long life to?
Who knows? I don't know.
You must have done something good.
Oh, I never done anything any good.
Maybe you did something bad, huh? But they like to just sing.
I don't know. Probably the devil done it to make me suffer the longer, see?
You're not suffering, you're having a good time.
Who knows I ain't suffering?
Well, I tell you, I can tell by your face, your expression.
Julia, how long have you been here?
How long have I been here?
Yeah.
This is on my 7th year here now.
What do they do without you?
What they do about me?
No, what they do without you? You're the life of the party.
Oh, I don't know. Everybody don't feel the same, you know.
Yeah,
Lots of people say
most of them
she
do.
thinks she's smart
You are smart.
and all that kind of stuff. You know, behind your back.
You're clever, you're
If
clever.
they come up and say to me, "You think you are something," then I give them just as good as they send me.
I don't know, you can't do it.
Look, there's a female
Yep.
in here. I told you that female. How I told Nama. Someday she's going right down the aisle, right down the hall. I don't know if I'm going to be on top of her or not, but
You're
she's
gonna give
going
her,
down.
what are you gonna do, give her a push?
It's not going to be a push.
Okay.
It's going to be a shove.
You wouldn't do that, Julia. You're too
I
nice.
wouldn't. Well, you would if you was doing things to you all the time.
Give her a kick.
I'm not to blame for not having all right in the head. I'm not to blame for that.
There's
But,
nothing wrong with you.
why should I suffer for it?
No.
No. I
You've
told
got patience.
Well,
Says
you've
you.
usually had
Yes.
somebody you liked all the time. There's only one person you enjoy so much. A long time ago, but we tried anyway. There was one lady you didn't enjoy so much, but she was all right. She tried to. She's gone now.
Who is she?
I can't remember her name. The one that was with.
In here?
No, she was in your room.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, in your room. Yeah. I can't think of her name.
Oh, no, there's none in my room. The room I'm in now?
No, not now.
I mean, is it the one that, the room that I'm in now?
Yes.
There'd been no there that would make me feel bad if they died.
Oh, yeah, I know it.
No.
Julia, you're a card. You're a card.
No, but there's nobody there that died that I felt bad about. If it was that one that was going to go home and eat all the sweets and everything like that, and I said, "Go ahead," I said, "and get into a coma." And I said, "And they'll send you to the hospital and get you out of it." She did. She went. She must have got into a coma anyway, but she died.
Yes.
Were you sorry?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I didn't care.
You really did care, because you're not that
No, I
kind of
didn't
person.
care.
Okay, you didn't care.
No, I didn't care. She took my glasses with her and a small pair of scissors.
Oh,
She did bring back my bag with the winter hats on it. She sent them back, but I never got my glasses back again.
She couldn't use them.
Hmm?
She couldn't use them.
She
'Cause they wouldn't
could
fit it.
have given them at the same time that they gave me my winter hats. They got to send the glasses too.
Well, they probably wouldn't fit you now. That was quite a while ago.
That's all right. They were bifocals,
Yeah, but I mean,
and I could see with them. I used to use them sometime when I was working.
yeah.
I left my glasses over there. I wanted to get them after that.
But you can see very good without them.
I can't see very good, period.
She
Yeah,
doesn't.
but I mean, you know where you're going when you go.
Can you read without glasses?
Of course not.
No, I
She has a
can't.
big
either.
magnifying glass.
Oh, yeah.
But she doesn't miss anything.
They've been going to take me for a long time. That's one thing, I've got to have my eyes tested, and I want to get new sunglasses.
Yeah,
And I asked, but I don't want to test them too much. If they don't, I'll have to do it.
well, sure.
Well, Dr. Hurstink made me some glasses. They were magnifying.
Yeah.
He's
And-
my doctor.
Yeah. And so I got them, and I tried to use them. I couldn't use them.
That's so.
And I've had people try them on and say, oh, they're so strong. They ain't strong enough for me, I guess.
Well, you're lucky to be able to see as well as you do
They
at
do
your
everything
age
now.
without
So
glasses.
that's a man up above that
Lining
can
it
for
up.
that.
That's right.
Yeah, that's the Almighty that's good to me that way. It's mighty good to me anyway.
Sure is.
Yeah.
What do you like to do, Julia?
Huh?
What do you like to do?
What do I like to do?
Yeah.
Not much of anything.
Oh, come on, you're always on the go.
I'm so tired and sick of sitting. All I can think of is Bristol's mother. Oh, sit there, rock.
How about that nice book? Have you finished all that book again?
What
A
book?
nice book you had. You wanted me to read it, but I brought it back when I came down here. I forgot what it was. It was a nice book. Special. I can't remember the name, but I'm not very good on reading anyway.
Well, I wouldn't know what you mean or what book I meant. You mean?
It was quite, I can't remember the name of it. I have a bad memory.
It should
Julia
be
can
too.
write good. She can write very well.
Yes, I know what you're saying.
I say you can write very good.
I go up
That's all right, I go
and then I
down.
get down.
Yeah, unless it's ruled.
And I wrote to Harriet, my neighbor. I wrote a nice letter to her. Last night when I telephoned to Vivian, she said, well, I get your letter. I also get Harriet's letter. So I sent Harriet's letter to Vivian. That's how smart I am.
No, nothing like that at all.
That's right.
No, you're too smart.
No sense. I tell you, I do some of the damnedest things that you can imagine.
If we did do something silly, we'd be crazy. Well, everybody does something different.
She's gonna write to the president.
Yeah, and I am going to write to the president.
Because you had a congratulations.
Yes.
That was
Yes.
wonderful.
I'll thank him for the card, he and his wife. And then I will also bring about Social Security.
Oh, yes, I know.
Yeah, I'll tell him to lay off Social Security. I'll tell him that's why I'm in here. Oh, I'll write him a nice letter. He
I
won't
know
be
you will.
sassy. He
You
won't
will.
be sassy.
No, you know what to do.
And I loved him when he was an actor.
An actor, what was his name?
Ronald Reagan.
What?
Ronald,
Ronald Reagan, he never
Ronald
changed
Reagan,
it.
sure. You
He never
met him
changed
on
his
that- You
name.
played with him.
Yeah.
She was in the show with him.
Huh?
Peg was in the show with Ronald Reagan. She met all those actors.
Yeah, well, some of them stink.
You're right.
Well, she doesn't.
Well, some of them do.
What do you like to do, Julia?
I'd like to go back and tickle tips and things in the factory. in the shoe factory.
Yes, I believe you
I'd
can
love
do
to
it
really
too.
go back to work.
They say you'll have fun in the shoe factory. I worked in the shoe factory office, but I never worked in the
Loved
shoe
it.
factory.
She liked to work.
I worked in Leonard's when I first went to work. One day, you know what happened?
What?
In my drawer, they used to put a big fat pickle. And the man came along, one of the bosses, to get the string and the cord, and he got hold of the pickle. He called me out. He said, "What's this doing here?" I said, "That's what we like, take a bite of. A
Yeah.
great big fat pickle."
Yeah, those are nice.
Yeah, but I had it right in the
Those
drawer.
that you get in a barrel.
Yeah, you pick them.
Yeah.
We used to go over to Picky Taylor's.
Sure.
You
Yes.
wouldn't remember.
And reach in
Across
and
from the
pick out
school.
a
And
big
we'd say,
one.
"Picky Taylor, we want a great big one." And
Yeah.
they'd say, "Fish for it."
That's right.
And I think everybody got in there and wanted to get the Picky Taylor. Isn't it interesting, all these old names that they had,
Yeah.
you know?
Well, my sisters, they didn't approve of the things that I did. Oh,
Well, that's too bad about them.
no, they were all right. They were all right.
But everybody isn't the same.
No,
And my
they
sister and
were.
I were nothing alike.
Well,
We
I
got along
wasn't anything
swell.
like my three sisters. One of them was the nurse. She and her husband opened up the Worcester Park Nursing Home. And they run that for quite a while until Joe got sick, went to the hospital and had a lung removed after smoking cigarettes. And the doctor told him no more cigarettes. So he come home and they're looking around, and I said, "What are you looking around for?" And he said, "You got any cigarettes?" And I said, "No." He said, "Well, any butts around here?" And I said, "No, there's no butts either." So I told him, I said, "You was told not to smoke again, and you'll die." And he said, "Well, if I can't have a cigarette, I want to die." He died.
You
Had the lung was a cancer. And I picked it up in California. Someone, friend or neighbor or something, I was over to her house and she lighted a cigarette. She said to me, "Do you have one?" And I said, "No, I don't ever smoke." And she said, "Well, try it." So I tried it, and I get the habit. And my sisters, they said to me, one of my sisters said, "You make me sick, an old woman like you smoking." And I wasn't too old then, but I was too old to smoke anyway. So I said to her, I went and got it for breakfast. I had a cup of coffee and a cigarette. She says to me, "That all you're going to have?" And I said, "I'll get something off the lunch man." So I did. I get something off the lunch man, get coffee and probably a donut or something. And so she said, "Oh, you'll make me so sick," she says, sitting there smoking and drinking coffee. I said, "Look now," I said, "this is my last cigarette. I'll never smoke another one." I never did.
Good for you.
I never did.
Well, you kept your promise.
Huh?
My mother used to say about my sister and I, about any, she said, "It's funny, it's so different and nothing alike." You know, sometimes they think we all should be the same.
Well, I used to get disgusted with old women.
Why?
They said to smoke, no. That made me sick. I always inhaled.
Oh.
Maybe that's what
I
made you live
never
so long.
inhaled, I never knew enough to. You have to teach me.
I can't teach you anything. I don't smoke, I'll have you understand.
Well, yeah, but you can teach me.
I don't smoke.
Julia, what was it like working in a factory, in a shoe factory?
It was wonderful. Just wonderful. I was friends with everybody and everybody was friends with me. Even the one that ran the place, that had the shoe factory himself. He was Cy Shane, and he owned the business. And he had a brother Al. So I used to laugh and joke with Al. And of course, There's things that I wouldn't take and like to have anyone here. I told you people about it, but that's all. I wouldn't tell anybody else.
How much did you make a week? I went to work for $5 a week when I first went to work.
Oh, when I first went to work, I get $3.
Wow.
I used to carry a boy along the cart when I went to high school. And you know,
Well-
they didn't give me a quarter an hour, they only gave me 20 cents. And they could
Yeah.
afford to give me, and I used to take them down to where my young brother was, and I'd help my mother cook
Sure.
and have him play with him.
Well,
20
I
cents an
learned,
afternoon.
I learned to work in a stitch room, and one place that I worked. And so my machine didn't work good. Every time the needle would go down and come up again, it would break. So there was a machinist there fixing the machine. So I said to the owner, when he gets through with that machine, can you come up and fix my machine? He says, nothing the matter with your machine. He said, it's you. And I said, well, how do you understand? It's not me, I said. And I told him, I said, I can't work the machine that way. And he said to me, oh, well, he said, you're fired. You won't need to. I said, I'm fired? And he said, yes. I said, all right, give me my pay. He said, oh, no. He said, you got to wait until payday. I said, oh, no, I don't have to wait till payday. I said, you fired me. And he said, you wait till payday. I said, all right. I said, I'll go out now, and I'll be back again in a few minutes, and I'll have a cop with me. So he said to the bookkeeper, give her money. He didn't want the cop, didn't want me to bring a cop in.
I said, you told me.
Look, I've given so much money away. Jiminy.
Julia, am I on that list?
Huh?
Am I on that list?
Both of you were. Yeah.
Good.
And
You have so many
Mark was
friends.
in it, and Joe was in it, and let me see, who else was it? Oh, my angel was in it, and I think Mrs. I can't always think of the first name.
Paige? Brenda?
Brenda, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was in it. And different ones, you know, like my niece and her husband, and some friends of mine. But I'd given so much money away, I would have quite $2,000 if I had it all now.
You sure would. Look at all the interest you'd get on it.
I used to give Oral Roberts $10 a month. And
He's the one that sends her those papers.
Brigham Manor.
I love it.
Why?
I always loved it. I think I always will. I would say it's the best place that I've ever heard of. There's some of them in Haverhill that I don't know about. Of course, I know a couple. One was on Arlington Street that I wouldn't go. And
But you'll like it here.
I love it here.
Good.
You must be for 7 years.
That's right, Julia.
Right.
I think it's next best to home. But I never thought I could stay this long.
Now, I say this is the best place that a person can go. And I think you do get good attendance. You
Yeah,
get good
you do.
care
Yeah,
here.
they're very good.
Yeah. And,
If there's anything you want, they get it for you,
yeah,
which
Yeah.
they don't do in other places.
I know it. But if there's something I don't want, I tell about it.
Can you tell us any more stories? Clean
Well,
ones?
listen, I couldn't tell stories. The only story I could tell is about the two Irish fellows. One of them come to America to see America, and the other one stayed home. So one time they went in America. He went all around America to see all the beauty and everything like that. Then he wrote to his brother and asked America, the beauty. Yes, he'd come on. So he came, and his brother met him, and so he took him to the nicest places, the hotels, and showed him the Washington and the White House and all of the nicest places and then nicest restaurant. So I went into this restaurant and the waitress gave him the menu to look it over and he couldn't read it. So his brother ordered for him. So when the girl come along, she put a soup in front of him. Well, he ate the soup. Then she come in and she put the green stuff, what do you call it?
Salad.
Celery.
Celery, yeah.
And so the third time she come back, oh, he ate that, you know. And then the third time she come back, she put a lobster in front of him. And she went to go back to the kitchen. He said, "Just a minute, miss, just a minute." And he come back, she come back, and she says, "What's the matter?" And he said, "I drank your greasy water. I ate your bouquet, but I'd be damned if I'll eat that bug."
That's cute, that's cute.
Now that's a nice little story.
That's a cute story,
That's
too.
clean.
Yes.
Yeah, it is.
I don't know many clean stories.
You don't know many clean
Do you
stories.
know a lot of others?
Huh?
You know a lot of bad stories? I never could remember them.
I could tell you something that you could put the word to it. Would you like that?
Yes.
And I won't say the word myself.
Okay.
All right, Mrs. Shea, she had a very beautiful home. She had a very beautiful garden, but she needed manure. And so she had a new maid. Her maid thought, well, this one's got money. Guess I'll put on the dog. So anyway, Mrs. Shea telephoned to this man, and she called him and she said, when you have a load of manure, she said, will you deliver it? And he said, yes, he would, because her garden needed it. So a day or so afterwards, he came and he rang the bell, and so the nurse comes to the door, and he said, Mrs. Shea? She says, Mrs. Shea. He said, will you please tell Mrs. Shea I have a load of for her. So that's it, only, you know. Of course, I could say that to the Jew doctor because he used to tell me stories. But I laughed at him, but I never knew what he was talking about. But I laughed, made him think that I heard it. Oh, I used to know so many stories.
Bet you did.
And poetry. Oh, no. No. That's all right with a bunch of girls, but not boys. But I thought that Mrs. Shea was nice.
It was.
But that wasn't too dirty. A load of it.
Trouble with me, I never could remember the point
To
of
love you for the next 100 years. Where you gonna be tomorrow?